She said her name was Lolita, but I knew she was lying. In my time, I met my share of Lolitas, and this was no Lolita. This was a Cynthia. I bet my reputation on it, and Lord knows that's quite a wager at a time like this. She took me to a little place she knew, down by the docks. It was getting late now, the sun veiled behind smog and the ash of last night's fire. The docks were bad news, I knew, but I needed this job. I was in trouble, by Jove. Brigade of armor-clad street police and government-indoctrinated militia ran by us as we made our way to the waterfront. One of these burly men broke formation to approach me, solemnly kneeling and presenting me with a crimson letter. He said, "Your mother wants you home," and shed a lonely tear. Cynthia called him Batty and moved on. I asked him where he and his soldier pals were headed. "To the war," he replied, and returned to the perpetual wave of black leather and plastic and metal and meat and chemicals. That was a soul-eating sea. Identities and memories were stirred and made communal in the cruel contempt for thought instilled in them by years of corporate brainwashing. Lolita tapped me on the ear. She leaned in close and whispered something sexy. My brain wasn't functioning then. All I heard was featureless static like a malfunctioning radio, the kind you see in old movies. It occurred to me then. The soldiers were all on my side. Their minds are a pathway devoid of hindrance, yearning my mythic yarns and flagrant mysticism. I laughed and said aloud, "I am your chemicals." I must have done something right. The soldiers marched onwards, silently stealing Cynthia from my side as I lay still, giddy at the thought that finally I felt like Jesus. Chemicals must mean something different in their tongue. I laugh. The thought that soldiers could interpret anything, that's not their job. rise slowly as the loneliness sets in, eating away at the ragged black corners of my soul. I see the dreary landscape ahead, but there is no obstacle to my finding Cynthia. A woman screams across the ocean. It's her. I approach the ocean. What sort of roadblock is that? I walk across. No trouble. I find my Lolita in a wall-less cell, held in place by thoughts instilled by a professional brainwasher. They've killed her, sucked the soul right out through the nose. I kill her body. No fake Cynthia has the right to use that. I have nothing to live for and stride back across the ocean. I take risk after risk. Nothing can faze me. Day after day I come home, take off my shirt, admire my physique, and pass out. I am a man. Fast forward, 2 years later. I've got a beard now. Some desperate homeless man offered to buy it from me, but I taught him his place. I get home, start my routine. I'm admiring my physique now. What's wrong with my nipples? Why are they rotting away? Who knew you could get gangrene there? I am phased.